will have your tongue for that.
Oh, mother of Jesus Christian. Holy shit.
He can keep his tongue.
Hey anybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, where today we're watching episode 8 of House of the Dragons, a Game of Thrones prequel. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to explain. This video was obviously recorded a long time ago. Why is it coming out now? Well, because I'm stupid. I wanted to come back and watch House of the Dragon Season 2, only to realize that I'm an idiot who never edited episode 8 and never even watched episode 9, which is apparently the finale. So, here's the original footage of my episode 8 reaction, and I'll be watching episode 9. And I'll be watching episode 9 once I rewatch the first 8 episodes. Last thing, this intro is super long, so if you want to skip ahead directly to the reaction, go to this time code right here. Thanks for watching. But first things first, I want to address some comments that I got on the episode 6 reactions. Thanks for those, by the way. Honestly, any comment, positive or negative, it's really helpful. I really appreciate it. One of the bigger concerns, I don't know, point of contention people had was about my statement about Alicent. What is her motivation? And people threw back at me like, well, she wants to prevent her kids from being killed, and Rhaenyra wants to, you know, assert her sons as the future heirs to the throne. But it's like, which is fine. I understand those things. But that also solely places both women as like only motivated by their children. That doesn't make sense to me. There are people on their own. If they were going to be solely motivated by their children, what was the point of the first 5 episodes where they were children themselves? Those don't make sense to me. So I feel like there should be also a personal reason for why they are so against each other, right? And personally, I think Alicent has more regret. What's the word? She hates, as of last episode, it's clear she hates that Rhaenyra is so free, right? Not it's like, oh, she gets to be a harlot, because she never got that freedom. She was forced into being Viserys's new queen, right? She was just as flirty with Kristen and Daemon beforehand. She could have had a different life if not for being forced to be the queen. She could have had one with much more fun, but she wasn't. And of course, she's directing her anger at Rhaenyra, because of the kids thing. But she also has that personal motivation, and personally, Rhaenyra, I didn't see any reason for Rhaenyra to have such hatred towards Alicent, except in response to Alicent's, anger. Actually, no, the thing I should have talked about first is to make clear to anyone who's coming here to hear for the first time, I never watched Game of Thrones. A couple of you comments were throwing at me like in the face, oh God, these guys are famous for doing this. I don't know that. I didn't watch the Game of Thrones show. I didn't read his books, mainly because I'm not going to read a book series if the man hasn't written an ending yet. Finally, there were talks about whether I like this character or, man, you're going so far after Kristen, but you're okay with Daemon. It's like, let's make this clear if episode 7's reaction hasn't made it clear enough. There is no one in this show I like. There is no one who earns a bit of sympathy. The closest we got is Viserys. That's only because he's a dying, kindly old man, but I still don't like him because he's wholly ineffectual in doing anything. He can't even, it's like, you want the peace, that's great, but you're not even doing that properly. And then there's the Lenor, I think it's Lenor, the husband who didn't die. I was happy for him for a second because he said he was going to do something good, recommit himself. I was happy for him for a bit. Then, of course, he died and escaped, so there's no point. I don't think he's a factor anymore. So there's no one here who I really want to root for, especially now that the children are trying to murder each other, right? I mean, yeah, sure, Aemond, whatever the new eye patch guy is. I mean, he had that rock and he tried to kill his uncles, nephews. What are they called? He tried to kill Joffrey. I don't got them. He tried to kill them, but then those kids also had knives. At least one of them had a knife. It's like, excuse me, why do you have a knife up your sleeve? You were just asleep 2 seconds ago, weren't you? And where's the guards? Whatever. heard me go on too much, you know the drill. If you enjoy these reactions, like, subscribe. It helps. Really, it helps me. If you don't, let's just get into it. I hit my tape.
It's been near 6 years since I last saw my lord husband.
Okay, so thank you for at least telling me 6 years in the beginning of the episode, because I remember in episode 6, I was just confused about how much time passed.
It burns from within.
What? You're telling me 6 years later they discovered that Laenor is alive, but it doesn't matter since he's probably going to die from sickness anyways? What's the goddamn point? Okay, sorry. I'm an idiot. Is this Vaemon's brother? I thought they were talking about Laenor for a second there. Oh, names. I'm sorry. I said in the intro, I don't know names. Her husband is Vaemon. I'm also not. I'm not good with faces. I'm just not. There's too many characters here for me that I don't care about enough to remember everything. So I thought he was the husband. He's not the husband. He's the brother. The husband is the one that's dying, and Laenor is still, who knows, having a happy life. God, that was way too much confusion in the first 2 seconds. Okay, well, that was honestly great intro. I don't know why. I'm just feeling really energized to watch the show today. Great intro. Love the point. And it's very interesting that as, you know, he's gone weaker and weaker, Alicent is getting more and more power. Honestly, when is he gonna die, though? Going to die, though. Can't talk. I mean, if you watched all my reactions, you know that I predicted he'd die episode 1. Right? Oh, he scratched himself on the Iron Throne. He's dead. I thought he would die second episode. And here we are, episode 8. And, man's still going. Why is this? Oh, dragon egg. Okay. Do we know whose egg this is? Does it matter? Oh, it's Daemon. Why are you taking this egg? Oop. That's gonna cause issues. Maybe. This is the second time he's taken an egg in the show. Or nope, the monks are with him, so I guess he was supposed to. Cyrax. Who's Cyrax? Cyrax is not Caraxes. Whose dragon is Cyrax?
Depose your own mother. You have plenty of time to study.
I mean, don't even talk about it, Rhaenyra. You were already talking pretty fluently by the time you were his age or a little bit older. I don't know.
Leave us.
If he wants to study, then let him study. I don't see a problem here.
She believes we had her son killed so that we might marry.
Yes. And yet she's taken.
How unsubtle were you if she already knows that you did what you did? No one here to give a welcome. Entirely expected. You're not welcome. Has it changed? Because I can't tell. Also, again, I know I keep talking about chime drums a lot, but what other scheming have they done since they got married? Because it seems like they were going to start scheming. There's like 6 years later, all they did was kill her husband. Oh god, she isn't even trying anymore to hide the fact by putting Viserys at the head of the table. She's just there. I do like her outfit here. It's very powerful. And his model that he worked so hard on lays dusty, untouched. What kind of state is Viserys in now? Jeez. What the hell? He's barely alive. At this point, I guess he needs to die so that Rhaenyra would take her position as heir.
My king.
But why wouldn't he supplant? No, it's Alicent would probably prevent Alicent from taking power early. No, Alicent would prevent Rhaenyra from taking power early. I can't talk.
Who is that?
Oh, so you already had one kid with Daemon, and you're pregnant with the second kid with Daemon. Never mind. You're on your third kid with Daemon.
And this is
Wait, you also named your child Aegon. Oh my god, you forkin'... Look, I don't know nor care too much about the politics, but I do know that naming your son Aegon, but Alicent's son is also an Aegon, is just like a big FU move. Why Daemon is looking at that cup mighty suspiciously. It wouldn't be beyond me to assume that Otto and Alicent have been doping up Viserys' material.
Pretty name.
Okay, we're gonna take a bet. What are the chances Alicent will just kill her to get rid of her? Aemond, Aegon, whichever one did this, I'm not surprised.
Thank you for telling me, Diana.
I mean, like, as much as Alicent, you want to say, oh, you guys are telling me, like, Alicent wants to protect her kids from dying. It's like, great. Why have you raised them to be such terrible children, though? Look at these people. Like, look at these children. Why are they so horrible? What pathetic jobs have you been doing as a parent if you've raised such monsters?
It's what others might believe.
Yeah, sure. Do you know the threat? Don't you dare say anything or I will have you killed. I still think. Oh, she said, I know you won't. That girl is not living to see the next day.
Think of the shame on your wife.
Wait, 6 years and the man is already married? For fork's sake. Thank you, Alicent. He deserves that. I'm pretty sure if you had given him a few more when he was a child, he wouldn't be an arsehole like this. And, I don't really condone that for, the real world. But I condone that here.
It's been so long since we were granted the joy of your presence.
Oh, for bullshit's sake. Could you stop the tall politicking?
They're not long enough to merit agreement.
Is there any time where these people can just sit down and have an honest conversation?
My father and I are mere stewards of the king's will and wisdom.
If you're stewards, you are ruling, you piece of shit and bullshit. I hate the double talk.
Using stars.
Aha!
The emblems of the seven.
There you go. There's the bullshit right there. How can you claim to be stewards of the king if you remove the logo? I didn't know what that meant originally, but you removed all his logos. All the logos, you get what I mean, the crests and everything. You guys know this, but it doesn't matter at this point. You gotta sit with your hair and you gotta go. Unless you can find some kind of medieval way of dyeing your hair, there ain't got shit. It's out of your hands. Gotta be the perfect princess and that's all you can do. Look, Aemond, what did I tell you? Look 10 times more evil with a nice eye patch. And is that Kristen? Yo, Aemond, please stab him in the eye. Look, this actor for adult Aemond is much better. Well, obviously the kid can't be menacing, but this guy, just the way he looks, the costume design and everything is great. Hey, look, the face tree. Comments, please. Why is there a face on this tree?
Nor was I complicit in it, I swear this to you.
Well, you've lied at the sight of this tree before. The tree hears all your lies, Rhaenyra, but I don't think she'll believe you.
Baela will be queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Okay,
Rhaena will rule in different...
good idea. If you make Baela your heir, that means you can have a true white-haired person as your thing, plus you still have Driftmark under your name.
What does it matter?
It's a decent move.
But tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow, and I must stand alone.
Yes, that's a no. Overly fancy way to say a no, but a no. This is another thing why this show will never really hook me, because, God, the fanciest ways to say the basic is nonsense. Okay, why does this feel like foreshadowing?
Do you believe it to be true?
Because it's like, he thinks Alicent is there, she's like Rhaenyra, and then what, will Alicent show up and she says Rhaenyra, and she'll hear something she's not supposed to? Especially since they're bringing up this Song of Ice and Fire again. I thought that meant, that was just not a Easter egg or something for Game of Thrones, but it looks like it's the big prophecy, the winter is coming thing.
If you wish me to bear it, then defend me.
See, I hate even this scene because it's great. The actress for Elder Rhaenyra right now is doing a hell of a job. This plea to her father, he's too sick to even comprehend, seemingly. Like, this is at her brought to her knees. But it's like, he's dying, and you're like, I need you to do something for me. Not, I care about you, I need you to do something for me. I wonder how much of this is CGI, because look at his body. It's completely, it's so thin and sickly. Like, the wounds and all that festering stuff, I get, that can be like makeup. Look at that. That has to be CGI, right? Did they swap his head onto another guy? What is it? And you sit on the goddamn throne. Is that not arrogant? Hand or not, you don't get to sit on the throne. Don't forget to hydrate, folks. Oh, that smile, you asshole.
What do you... I could cut my veins and show it to you, as it...
Bull, you know, that's so stupid. That's some bullshit right there. Because what? Yeah, cut your arm right now. Yeah, and we'll see that you all bleed red, because all that blood bullshit is bullshit. Not like you white hairs cut your arms and bleed gold.
Not ambition.
Nearly 20 years ago.
Oh, someone opened the door. This is a thing. Oh.
King Viserys of
Oh, come on. I don't know. Even if he is stumbling in on a cane, that's still a powerful way to walk in there. Especially, look at them. The high towers are like, oh shit, he wasn't supposed to be here. And yes, the triumphant music does a lot. In this is a great entrance. Come in here, my dude. Do something. Oh shit. Oh, you gold-plated half your face to hide the thing, but I'm laughing, but this is actually one of my favorite moments in the show. Is it? I love the music here. You could hear the score, oh shit, waver when he falls, when he has something like this, moments like this. But the shock, it stops here when Daemon has come to help. But this is, it's a great moment. I don't think I'm talking correctly, but the music and what's happening on screen are great. Okay, so this is a tipping point. Rhaenys wants it for herself, so the brother ain't getting it. But is she gonna side with Rhaenyra at this point?
Baelor and Rhaena.
Oh wait, that's great. She said the point.
I heartily agree.
Yes. Oh, I thought I wouldn't like you. You just made a really good move right there. I don't know why they're smiling.
I hereby reaffirm.
There you go.
Viserys of House Velaryon.
You got Driftmark on your side, and the High Tower's attempt to F you up is fumble.
At the tides.
Yet you dare tell me who deserves to inherit the name Velaryon? No.
Oh, this forker is going against it. He's saying no.
Allow it.
Man's next to death. I don't think he has any problem with killing you.
But you will not decide the future of mine.
My dude, you're gonna die.
My house survived the
I really hope you die.
See it end.
Oh, for fork's sake, it's all about a nade. Your blood still exists through all the female members. You piece of shit.
Well, have your tongue for that.
Oh, mother of Jesus Christian. Holy shit.
He can keep his tongue.
Best episode. Looks so stupid. Just have his head just there, and they're trying to clean the body. And
Broken for far too long.
I'm sorry, have they been religious
May the gods give him rest.
this whole time, or is this something she brought in with that 7-star witchamajig? Just chill. Y'all need to keep your tempers just ice cold tonight.
The tides.
Nothing must screw this up.
How the act is.
Oh, for fork's sake, can you shut up, Aegon?
In principle.
Oh, so he's taking it off. Show your true face. I actually didn't think we get to see what's under there. Holy but Jesus. That's so much worse than what I thought.
Face.
I mean, I thought he still had an eyeball under there, but
Handsome one.
dude, that's just skull.
Tonight. Just a
Genuinely, his sickliness looks so well done. It's perfect. Better than the dragons even. This is just looks amazing. I love that he's making this plea, and I feel for him because he's dying. But
for the sake of this old man.
if plea would have worked,
Dearly.
the House of the Targaryen wouldn't be effed up by the beginning of Game of Thrones, which is the few little things I know. But I know for a fact that as soon as this man dies, we are being plunged into a civil war. And someone spoiled it for me that it's being called, that civil war is called the Dance of Dragons. And
I wish to raise my cup to Her Grace the Queen.
This is also something complicated about me. I don't like these people. I said that already. But am I just naive for feeling that was just a touch genuine?
We have more in common than we sometimes allow.
Oh, really? Really? You have more in common than you think? That's why you were such best friends, and that's why you're doing the same stupid ass. You all are talking about naivete in, like, I don't know, whatever. One of the comments. My point is that if Otto had not told Alicent that she needed to fight against Rhaenyra to keep her sons from dying, I don't think it's naive to say that these two women would have provided a hell of a force to any challenge that would have come their way. No, Jace. Jace, none of this subtle nonsense. Sit in your chair and be still. Oh, God. It's great. You got this nice music, but it's a lot. Tension at this table. Oh, no, wait. I think Viserys is finally going to die this episode. This is it. This is his grand goodbye. Man, we got to walk proudly, sit on his throne. Here he is sitting at this table seeing most of his family sat around him, smiling. He hasn't seen them smiling, dancing even. I don't know how many times I've stated this at this point, but the music this episode, it's great.
Final tribute.
Oh, for God's sake. We could have done without this. No! Don't! No! Oh, for God's sake! You goddamn idiot children! Do not rise to their shit! Damn, even if these kids can't even be supported for it because they're idiots! Come on! 3 parents you've had, 4, and none of them told you to not rise to these stupid ass insults. There's something here that may have bring them back together, but I was gonna write, and she's gonna hear something she's not supposed to, and then they're gonna go back to fighting each other. Oh, you're back. I haven't seen you in ages. I thought we were just out of the show. Okay, so you've got spies at the castle. What's that gonna do for anyone? Whose side are you on?
What do you want it to do? If I believe it to be true.
Shit, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I was right.
Remember.
Wait, Viserys is saying you must make Rhaenyra queen because of the prophecy, which is not what I expected him to say. Well, Alicent still has to turn against her somehow. For fuck's sake. Confusion. But I'm saying Game of Thrones, Emilia Clarke's character is not a girl. Unless, what is it, Jon Snow's character? Is he one of these things? I shouldn't theorize about the show I haven't seen. Goodbye, Viserys. The actor, with which the name I can't remember. It's just a spectacular performance. Every episode. Oh, and dying with a tear. And that was episode 8, Lord of the Tides. Hey, the end there. Viserys finally died. Something I thought had happened 6 episodes ago. Finally died. And to be honest, I like this more so than a shocking, oh shoot, he's dead, now we need to move forward scene. This was him, like, we got to see him failing to try to keep his family together. Like, I have sympathy for that, right? His whole goal this whole time is to keep his family together. He's trying to bet his best for his family, and it's clear he puts that over the affairs of state. Problem is, he puts that over the affairs of state, which is bad for the state. And this ending here, where he got most of his family sitting in front of him, the important stuff that happened was that this was going to be it. This was going to be a huge moment that was going to threaten Rhaenyra's position, because if her sons are illegitimate, then no one will think she's going to be a good queen, because if you have no proper heirs, what's the point of making you queen? But she did it. She made her inroads with her aunt. Her aunt surprised her, supported her at this last second. Her father made his grand entrance, and the Hightowers lost that fight. And God, that whatever his name was, the brother, I mean, I knew he'd be sentenced to death, right? But I genuinely envisioned in my head that he'd be like carried off, yelling or something, and be killed somewhere off screen. But God, to just see Damon slice through his head, and then that line, "He can keep his tongue." It just felt so nuts. And look, the violence made me happy. The violence makes me happy. The politics do not. I don't know what else to say. Technically, the finale is tomorrow, but the episode 8 was longer than I expected, so I can't watch episode 9 today, which means I'll watch episode 9 tomorrow. And actually, no, let's not make any promises, because I've clearly cannot keep this consistent. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you have beef with my opinions, please talk to me in the comments. I enjoy talking to you guys. Genuinely, it's a lot of fun. Over here is the next reaction whenever that comes out. Over here is a playlist of my videos, and on my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.